The first cold night this season was Halloween. A man came to Chattanooga from out of state for work and realized that night he had nowhere to stay.
On that cold night, he turned to the Chatt Foundation for help, as Dallas Payton tells us.
Vanessa Blevins with the Chatt Foundation says the man Henry realized he wouldn't get paid until the contract was complete, so he was able to stay here and get a warm meal to make it through the cold temperatures. Vanessa Blevins says the night Henry showed up, he had no ID because he mistakenly left it at the company office where he was hired. Without an ID, a hotel was not an option.
First night when I met him, he was very anxious, and just like anyone that has experience of, I don't know where I'm going to stay tonight, your anxiety builds up. And so he's so uncertain. He's like, ma'am, please, can you help me? And I'm like, certainly, let's go talk about your situation and find out what needs need to be met.
She says Henry stayed Wednesday night and will likely stay a few more nights until he gets his check and gets back home.
We also let him know that if he needed to get his check cashed and things like that, that we could assist him with some of our partners on that process, or getting him some ID back so that he could get transportation back to where he needed to go.
Blevins says this is not the type of situation the shelter typically runs into.
Typically, our folks that are coming in are folks that have either been evicted from a place or are chronically homeless, and so they know some of our routines and things, and they know how we're here to help to connect them with other services in case management. And then the next morning, they're able to get food, showers, and clothing needs and those things to help them get back on their feet.
She's glad they were open and available to help the man.
Had it been a different night where the temperatures weren't open for us to have the cold weather warming shelter, I wouldn't have been able to give him that response or that answer. It would have been a whole lot harder to find a place. And so our next pivot would have been, let's see, what do we have? Do we have tents? Do we have resources? Are other agencies open? And see where we could have